Did you know that the first black U.S. Senator in America was also a barber? Hiram Revels, a U.S. Senator from 1870 to 1871. 48 to 8, the Senate elected Reverend Revels as the first black man in the United States of America to hold high office. Reverend Revels was born a free man in North Carolina in 1827. Despite racism, the Civil War, as well as the Reconstruction era, Revels never wavered courage, perseverance, self-discipline, and not to mention self-respect. As a Republican, Hiram Revels spoke against the readmission bills that prevented blacks from holding state office. Did you know the Reconstruction era had a total of 17 black Americans who served in the United States of America's Congress? Now, this is another moment in our history on behalf of me and the Unpopular Opinion team.
On the 25th of February 1870, Hiram Revels became the first African American to be seated in the United States Senate. Revels was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina in 1827 to free people of color. Although he initially worked as a barber at his brother's shop in Lincolnton, he later moved to Indiana and then Ohio to train as a preacher. After he was ordained, Revels began traveling around the Midwest and the South as a preacher and religious teacher, but after being imprisoned in Missouri, where freed blacks were forbidden to immigrate, he moved to Maryland and Illinois, where he attended Knox College in Galesburg. During the Civil War, Revels served as a chaplain in the Union Army, having helped to recruit 2 regiments. He and his family later settled in Mississippi, where he served as pastor at a church and soon became a respected member of his local community. Reconstruction Republicans soon saw Revels as a valuable ally, and he became involved in politics, first as a city alderman and then as a member of the Mississippi State Senate. It was here that he presented an opening prayer in January 1870 that caught the attention of the other senators. When the legislature then voted on who was to fill their 2 seats in the US Senate that had been vacant since the Civil War, Revels was elected by a vote of 81 to 15. On his arrival in Washington, Hiram Revels faced opposition from Southern Democrats who opposed a black man being seated in the Senate. One of their arguments used the Dred Scott decision and the 14th Amendment to claim that Revels had not been a US citizen for the required 9 years. Nevertheless, after intense debate, on the 25th of February, the Senate voted 48 votes to 8 to seat Revels as the first African American in the United States Senate.